It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news here on KALH, weather always comes first. Heavy rainfall and flash flood threats continue for Florida, increasing thunderstorm chances across portions of the north-central U.S. With flash flooding and severe weather likely, an uncomfortable heat remains in place across much of the eastern U.S. Closer to home, available monsoonal moisture and daytime heating will lead to numerous thunderstorms in the mountains and scattered showers and storms in the lowlands this week. Impacts from storms include periods of heavy rainfall with localized flooding, hail, gusty winds, and localized blowing dust. With the general summertime thunderstorm pattern, daytime temperatures are going to remain near or slightly above seasonal averages. We'll have another look at the weather following this news.
This is Range Control with roadblock information for Tuesday, July 15th. Roadblocks are subject to change without notice. Highway 70, Highway 380, Highway 54, Owen Road, Nike Avenue, and War Highway are scheduled to remain open all day.
The village of Reynosa is still trying to recover after catastrophic flooding last week. Many volunteers and organizations like the Salvation Army have boots on the ground trying to help as many people as they can.
When I barely got here, I was able to see all the houses that were pretty much destroyed.
Nicholas Carrillo is a lieutenant with the Salvation Army, speaking there with KOAT.
Right now, the drop-off spots that we have for people to come and donate is the old Seasons. It's a nursery. It was a nursery. And then also they can still go to the Humane Society.
People in need of resources can visit 4 locations to pick up supplies: the Humane Society, First Baptist Church, First Christian Church, and Gateway Church. However, the flood has not been declared a federal disaster, which prevents people in the village from receiving Federal Emergency Management Agency assistance yet. Another issue facing the village is that many businesses are losing out on revenue. Many of those rely on tourism. And with the weather conditions slowing down foot traffic, that puts them in a big jam. Village officials do not want to discourage people from visiting, but they do want them to be aware of potential flood zones, and they're asking for people to turn on their emergency alerts on their phones. The Reynosa Downs racetrack has been devastated for the second year in a row, and that's canceling the remainder of the season.
We're still assessing the flood this year versus the one on July the 20th of last year is about 10 times worse than it was last year.
Rick Baugh, the general manager for Reynosa Downs, the track is planning to reopen next year. Decades ago, scientists in New Mexico worked tirelessly to discover and test the world's most destructive weapon, the nuclear bomb. Its effects on the state have been wide-ranging and still linger to this day. This week, advocates against nuclear weapons will come together to commemorate 80 years since the first bomb exploded in New Mexico.
We're remembering, and we're saying, never again.
Ann Pierce Jones is an advocate against nuclear weapons, speaking with KRQE.
The bomb was set off very close to the village of Tularosa, New Mexico. And people were told nothing was done to evacuate people.
Tomorrow will mark the 80th anniversary of when the first bomb was dropped. This weekend, advocates held various events ahead of the anniversary to educate people and raise awareness. Tomorrow, state officials are expected to unveil a historical marker at White Sands Missile Range in remembrance of the anniversary and the significance. Speakers will also discuss the impacts of how the detonation impacted downwinders and the decades-long battles they fought to get compensation. The marker is expected to be unveiled at 11 a.m. near the Stallion Gate at the north entrance of the facility. Downwinders won a bittersweet victory earlier this month after a provision in President Trump's Big Beautiful Bill expanded compensation to New Mexicans, but only for a limited time. They hope to build on this momentum moving forward. Please be advised of a road closure on Panorama Boulevard between Hamilton and Uranus. That's going to be today due to drainage maintenance. Drivers headed eastbound from White Sands Boulevard can use Mercury Avenue to access Florida. If you're headed west from Florida, Mercury is going to be available to get onto White Sands. Drivers will still be able to access businesses if needed during the closure. The Alamogordo Police Department is asking for the public's assistance in locating a missing person, Richard Johnson. He's been missing since July 2nd. He's a 51-year-old. He stands around 5'9", black hair, brown eyes, weighs around 165 pounds, and white. For more information, please check out the Alamogordo Police Department Facebook page. You'll see Mr. Johnson's photo. If you have any information, 575-439-4300. News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Hi, it's me, here to tell you about AlamogordoTownNews.org. This is Otero County's #1 source for local news, sports, and community. Quite frankly, AlamogordoTownNews.org is the big LES news service online. AlamogordoTownNews.org is a Second Life Media affiliated company.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
A New Mexico elementary school teacher charged with abusing an 11-year-old student is now facing more charges involving another student. Kelly McEachran has been a teacher at Hope Christian School for over 30 years. Last month, he was arrested while on a trip in Idaho. Investigators say a young girl came forward in April telling her parents that Mr. McEachran had been inappropriately touching her for months. The accusations made news around the state, and a different potential victim saw the reporting. This second victim is now a teenager, but says she was inappropriately touched 2 times by McEachran. That's when she was an elementary school student. According to this criminal complaint, one of those incidents occurred in front of her classmates. McEachran is facing 2 new charges of sexual contact with a minor for that incident. Albuquerque police believe there could be even more victims. Albuquerque Police Department Commander Kyle Hartsock spoke with KOB.
Having worked these cases myself for decades, we know that as investigations get deeper and people understand what's going on, these can often expand.
This new criminal complaint says more former students have come forward with allegations of rude, bullying, and inappropriate behavior from McEachran. Some accusations date back to 1993, but so far, no further charges have been made regarding these incidents. The New Mexico Supreme Court ruled yesterday that sex offenders in New Mexico are not automatically off the hook if the parole board misses deadlines for parole hearings. 2 sex offenders have insisted that they be let off parole because the state failed to hold mandatory hearings on their status. Both sex offenders had served their sentences and were out on parole. The state was supposed to hold a hearing 5 years after they were released in order to determine if they could be let off parole, but more than a decade passed without the parole board holding that meeting. The New Mexico Supreme Court ruled the delay did not give the convicts the automatic right to be let off supervision. Some people in New Mexico say they've been targeted by scammers pretending to be P&M solar panel salesmen and pest control workers. P&M wants to set that record straight. They do not employ door-to-door salesmen. They say any person relentlessly knocking on doors are lying when they say they're with the utility company. Video footage says it's happening pretty much every day. Homeowners say the fake salespeople use aggressive tactics and hit the same homes multiple times even when they have no soliciting signs posted. P&M is urging people to stay alert and not fall for any scams selling door-to-door solar panels by someone claiming to be from the company. The Las Cruces Police Department is seeking volunteers to serve on the Victims Advocate Team. The program works with advocates, police officers, and detectives by assisting victims of crime. Volunteering for the team is a unique opportunity for those interested in a career in law enforcement, victim advocacy, or college students who want to gain experience in law enforcement, criminal justice, or social work. Volunteers must be 18 years of age, have a New Mexico driver's license, have a reliable vehicle along with proof of insurance and registration. You got to live in Cruces or close proximity. You got to pass a criminal background check. Volunteers must serve on-call hours, primarily on weekends. All volunteer advocates must attend a mandatory 40-hour training course provided by the Las Cruces Police Department's Victims Assistance Unit. Applications can be picked up at the Cruces Police Department. Training for those accepted begins on September 3rd. If you have any questions, 575-528-4111.
Every summer, it happens, again and again. A parent steps away for just a minute, but that minute can turn deadly. On a hot day, the temperature inside a parked car can soar by 20 degrees in just 10 minutes. Even with the windows cracked, the heat builds fast, becoming a deadly trap for a child. Children's bodies heat up 3 to 5 times faster than adults. Heat stroke can begin when a child's body reaches 104 degrees. At 107 degrees, it can be fatal. Last year alone, 24 children died in the U.S. from being left in hot cars. Each one preventable. Never leave a child in a vehicle, not even for a minute. Look before you lock. This message is brought to you by the Alamogordo Fire Department and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Protect kids, prevent tragedy.
Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies with a 20% chance of showers and storms. Partly cloudy tonight, mostly sunny tomorrow with a 20% chance of showers and storms. Your high today in the basin, 93, low tonight of 71, high tomorrow, 95 degrees. In Cloudcroft, mostly sunny skies today with a 30% chance of showers and storms. Partly cloudy tonight, mostly sunny tomorrow with a 40% chance of showers and storms. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 71, low tonight of 52, high tomorrow, 73 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and you can learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.